I don't know about that, Kelvin. Hello, everyone. Tommy. All right. I'm still setting up my stream. Let me check. So I've got. That one should be all right. There's a little bit. Let me just change my camera. I just set up my chat boxes as well. I'm going to be more like Phil. Oh, this one's camera's a bit buggered too. I think my chat box isn't quite right. Why do they always mess things up? David! Yeah, it's my 300.
What the hell is even that?
I wore it. I wore it because I knew that you bloody legends would be watching. What have we got? 6 minutes. No, it can't be 6 minutes. I think my Zwift. There we go. 3 minutes 38. So Kelvin's set up on my right hand side. On my left hand side, I should say. So, I haven't got Apple TV set up very well. No, not that one. This one. That one's okay. I think that one's okay. Constant attacks. I think watching the other channel, watching Daz Carter. Oh, how's my sound and everything? Is it working? Watching Daz Carter and everyone. Hey Gregory. Yeah, watching Daz Carter in the first race in New Zealand time. They went hard, but I got isolated a bit. So I don't want to be going off with just two. There's a fan. I don't want to be going off with 2 or 3 riders, so really what I want to do is attack, but split the group rather than make a breakaway and then see how things are going. I want to go all in on the last lap at some stage. I'm just not sure where. That's assuming I'm still with the group. I don't know how my legs are. Ah, Greg. Always helps when people let me know what name they are for the usual backpedal chat. Took me a long time to work out who John was. I don't know why. I need to be more like Phil. He'd be like, morning gentlemen, David, the 300-kilometer maestro, Greg of the, I think he's a pink Tron, don't you, Greg? I'm not sure, I'm not like Phil. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to deploy tactics. I felt rubbish on Sunday. I was looking at my watts. I couldn't even see 400 watts. Yeah, exactly, sir. Mick, sir of the long breakdown after the race. Yeah, Greg, that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm not going to go for the sprints. I'm thinking I might go early on the sprint to just do a little dig. Then once I'm out the front, let them roll past and then roll past them again. That's the idea. The reality is going to be different. Okay, get my drinks. Let's go split screen and watch the start. Hopefully the Apple TV works better than last time. What's that weird graphic up here? Is it in the broadcast? Yeah. What's this? What's going on up here, guys? Ah, it's the gradient. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Hey Jeff, how you going? Well, legs aren't feeling too bad. I managed to start my usual start. So there's a 50% chance of AERO in this race. No use holding on to them early on. What would Phil say about Jeff? Oh, Carl's here too. Morning, Carl. You've got a ghost teacher coming. Well, why don't you attack? You attack, I'll hold back like a good teammate. I've got to change your view, don't I, Sean? Hopefully I get it right. There we go. But I'm off the front, what am I doing? That wasn't the plan. I don't really like the ghost, it's not long enough, Tommy, because you press it, and so if you're attacking as you press it, everyone sees you're attacking. If you press it and then accelerate, you're only about 5 metres or 10 metres up the road when you reappear. I usually just do fake attacks when I get the ghost. I just go to the front and then press it and then roll back. True, but yeah, it needs to be 10 seconds longer. Okay, so this is the bit coming up. Just gotta, I'm not gonna go hard up this hill, but everyone else is, so gotta make sure I don't miss the split. You still in the bath, Bill? As David noticed, I wore my 300 jersey today after you and David's 200-mile ride. How's the joints? You guys did pretty well in terms of pacing. It's just sitting in the saddle for so many hours. All those new jolts. Alright, here we go. I'm going to try and hide as much as I can for the first couple of laps. You're invisible, Kelvin. I got the spy cam on you. Yeah, well, you did smash us on that climb, Stefan. Stefan absolutely ripped up last week's climb. Settle down, Tommy. That's not the tactics. Not for the first 2 laps. The race winning moves aren't the first moves. By the way, that corner is not auto brake. Get a good lean angle there. Yeah, you and David are shitloads fitter than I was. I was pretty fit when I did it, but not nowhere near. Like I was 83 kilos. I think my FTP was about 290, 300. The drag from Melbourne to Geelong was pretty fast, but we needed to stay in a group. I almost bonked there. Okay, sprint coming up. Just got to move through the pack here. Keep it rolling, Kelvin. Not hard, but just roll it. I'll try, Tommy. What's that done to the pack? Yep, still there. It's a bit of a split though. Okay, zero brake. Not zero brake. Auto brake corner. Get to the front, roll around it. Oh, unintended breakaway here. You can go if you want, Kelvin, but I'm just gonna wait way too early. Here comes someone anyway. The guy I'm watching is Ben Hill. Pretty certain he's in the race. Let's see. I can't see the names. He's an AERO rider. So I'm just letting us dangle here. I'm signing up, Kelvin. There's no use just doing this. Might as well sit in the pack. And you can go if you want. There's a few strong riders, but they're gonna. If a few more go, I'll come with you. Yeah, Tommy, you got to live vicariously through the rest of us then. Watching us pump out the watts. Yeah, just... You can try Kelvin, but just wait another lap before... Usually you got to go 20 minutes deep before those guys all start falling off. As they blow up. At least that's what used to happen to me anyway. See how hard they go up this hill. Pretty easy actually. Usually in a normal race, this explodes here. Ooh, last day of summer for you guys. It's our last day of winter. Already feel the spring air. A bit hotter now. Yeah, that was... I'm enjoying the Dave Raynham versus Pritchard battle. Look, someone's got the AERO. Early breakaway. I might have to pop my AERO here soon. Two AERO guys. They'll work together. If the gap gets too much, more I'm going to go. It's also downhill. He's easing up. Jersey. Okay. Up an arrow. Yeah, I watched Daz Carter earlier, Stephen. It's just too fast, the group dynamics. Need to wait until there's a lot less riders. A lot less fresh riders. So Selections being made. Okay, got to concentrate in this corner. Can't stop pedaling, but you can ease off earlier than you think. Easing off now. Punching it again. Just a little bit, not much. So you can punch it even less. Because everyone just maintains what? Back it off, Kelvin. You can do it, but far too much time to go. I'm sure that's too much weight. Well, it must be 100 grams here and 100 grams there. Look back to the this little hill up here is when everyone's going to put a dig in if they're going to try and break away. Everyone's got the same plan. Board's good, Kelvin. Board's good. Yeah, this just little hill here. People will punch it, not hard, but they'll try and get away on the last lap. Maybe here or the second last lap. Death or glory, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Good thing about using Apple TV is the text is a bit bigger. I can see what people are saying in the chat. So we've got to watch Ben Hill. I don't know why he's in C1, because he's an NRS rider who's usually smashing it off the front in 200 kilometre events. But even if I'm not, I'll be dying well before the line, Tommy. This sprint is long. In the New Zealand race, what's his name? If Daz jumps into the chat, you can say. He went from the roundabout, I think, and stayed away. Mind you, he's a strong mofo. Probably chatting too much. Yeah, exactly. I'm letting the other riders do the work. Everyone has the same plan. Wrong one. See, they all slow up. They all attack. And they go, put the brakes on. There is someone up the front, but I'm not sure. Not sure that's the right way to go yet. Still a long way to go. That thrill gave me a run. Mr. Where do you? Bloody whack-a-mole. Stuff it. Ben Hill solo. Let him go. I want him to burn out. Up until he signed up, I was feeling pretty confident with my 20-minute power. When he snuck through the net. Another AERO? Yeah, I'll play it. Oh, mind you, the pack's not really doing much. Yeah, I'll leave it. There's not much of a sprint for that one. Look how much we brought him back. Another guy going, but you need to have 4 or 5. There's so much speed coming down that hill. Daz Carter had 2 other guys, they got 10 seconds and got pulled in really quick. Ooh, Belter's on tonight. Hell yeah. I usually don't cheer for Maybe Star, but I'm cheering for him this time. It's my average. 313. Wait, big swing out. Good luck, Jeff. I actually like VO2 because we don't really fail them. Just go hard, rest a lot, go hard, rest a lot, it's over and done with. Hurts like hell. For some reason that feels like good hell after you've done it. So like a sweet spot where you go a 20-minute sweet spot and 5 minutes in you're already thinking, bloody hell, this hurts. I'm only 5 minutes in. And then you look at that clock, and that clock goes so slow. I'm glad I got Kelvin on, he's doing all the attacking. Alright, we're gonna roll up this hill. If anyone happens to be watching this chat that's not from back pedal, A, that's amazing. 2, or B, if you want to join the ZRL team, go to my link below, because you'll have to riders. No sandbaggers, okay? Legit riders. Doesn't matter if you're D or not. We're trying to get a D team going, but C's and B's definitely. David Raynham wants a strong A to drag him around the TT course as well. Yeah, Jeff. David's been hitting the VO2 after lots of sweet spot. It's turbocharged his engine. I'm doing the opposite. Well, even though I'm racing, but I never do sweet spot. So I've been doing sweet spot the last few weeks. I'll do another week or two maybe. And then hit Ronestad before the ZRL. Ronestad is 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Until you die. Definitely not road workout, that one. Okay, come up to the fourth one. Car park. Get into the car park, Jeff. Okay. Punch it through here. A little bit of a gap. It's kind of good for me. Make sure I just drop off. Go on, Calvin. I need to drop those riders. Just little punches. I've been trying to slip in very Aussie saying from what, two decades ago. Footy saying sounds so ochre. I never say it, but have a go, you mug. Have a go. If you go to the football, you hear that so often. Yeah. Alright, ease off. Kick a little bit. So you literally lose nothing. And you can ease off really early. I haven't tried not pedaling. If you're not using your pedals like I do, smart trainer, you might be able to even just do 0 watts around the corner without even stopping. Doesn't really matter though. 50 watts or 0 watts is the same. I just like seeing how low I can go. So I noticed it when I was fan viewing David and Paul's bloody crazy ride. And there was a guy in the group, kept on swinging out wide, like that, constantly, around part of London. He was getting so pissed off. Yeah, there are guys who go through those sticky watts with a fine tooth comb, David. I got a message from a guy pointing out a sticky watch rider. So it wasn't because of that. I hate it because I'm a metrics, because if you do a sprint and then you get 4 extra seconds of 900 watts because you just suddenly stop pedaling, you're never going to be able to achieve that again, legitimately. So I've learnt to just back off the pedals with a little bit of pressure like that, so you still got something going, and then the sticky watts disappear. It's so automatic for me now that I'll probably do it outdoors as well. I think the only time I do sticky watts is when I've yeah, David. Funny thing is, like, if you really wanted to cheat, I'm not saying I do, because I don't want to be smashing it in Premier League. That would be my nightmare. But so many power meters, like the Asioma, the 4i, all those power meters, you can easily just, what do they call it? Anyway, so you just go, okay, I want to increase by 20%. So those data tests are bullcrap, because if you can mess with the trainer, then all you gotta do is mess with the power meter and you're all good. They have supposed, like, they check things, but the thing is, if you've been cheating for a long time, then you're going to be consistent, aren't you? I just look at training load. If a rider's doing 5 hours a week, and I know he's not fit charge, then they're not going to be doing 5 watts a kilo, are they? But if you're doing 15 hours a week, if you're not smashing in Zwift, you're doing something wrong. Yeah, I threw that prick chart in because of you, David. Genetics, isn't it? Hey, Jazz, you scared me off the attack after you. I've been telling these guys that you attacked the second lap, I think. Got 10 seconds, I got reeled back in. So for everyone to relax. There's an attack now, but it's only one rider. Yeah, my old stages, Tommy, used to get spikes. You hit a speed hump sometimes with the pedal just in the right spot, and you get a 1800 watt spike. Yeah, Daz, I'm either going to go really late on the last lap or follow a move. Not late as in a sprint. Late as in try and get a breakaway on the last lap. No one's really sprinting hard on these points. They're moving, but they're not. It's not ZRL sprinting. In your race, Daz, I think the New Zealand Bro team were practicing ZRL sprinting. So they were going hard, but this group's just doing what it can to stay in touch, but not going hard. That's it, Kelvin, a little bit more. There's Ben Hill. This will make it hard for him. Five riders or Ben Hill. Let's see. All right, Goose. But I wanted someone to bridge across. That's all right, Kelvin. You relax. I only got 3 seconds on him. It's not this part. We'll go hard up the next hill. Try and get guys to come with us. There we go, splits happening. Nice work, Kelvin. Keep pushing, I'll roll down this hill. Here you come, guys. Good grip here. Come on, guys, push through. You're all right, Kelvin, the other guys. All right, 4 of us. Oh, there's a crest. I'm gonna keep working. Dude. Hey John, just in time. Hill's going to get us on the line easy here. I've got another fifth in the bag if I keep it going. We're playing games now. Here we go. Last kilometre, it's a smash. Always gonna happen. Always gonna happen. I got the quad. The quaddy. I should have bet on myself. Fifth. Good work, Kelvin. Oh man, I could have played it safe and tried to beat the group. The plan was, from the start of the race, to not leave the effort on the track. And fifth place, still a PB. I got my winner's bars, but they're in here. Thanks, John. I better give ride-ons to my breakaway teammates. Was it Stuart? No, I don't think so. Final spell, mind you, that's normal. Oh man. Great job, Kelvin. You're definitely up for it in this race. Yeah, Kelvin, I don't think if you didn't bridge, I don't think we would have stuck. After you've bridged, obviously it gives us one more rider, but it takes one rider from there. Who's you pushing off the front. Yeah, I'll get up my power graph, John. So I'll try to get as much blue as possible. Because watching Daz's race, he got away here. It's just too much effort. So those AERO guys are pretty much reading my mind. Oops. I'm really annoyed by this. I'm using Amp Plus, and I go and have a lunch break on my bike. I come back, I spin the pedals, and it shoots up to 2,000 watts. I've really got to remember to go under the pairing screen. My max is probably about 1,000. I think when I was doing my workout, it's 1,200 at the most. What was it, a 53 minute ride? Yeah, it's about right because, as you say, John, I was mostly about normalised power. Yeah, so I signed up with AERO with the same as our group. They've got a form that you fill out. So I signed up with them for APAC races. I see that there's 2 Pacific events. I didn't think there was that, so there's a 5 o'clock and a 7 o'clock for me. Yeah, Jeff, you do those VO2 efforts, and then you can do breakaways, and then die. Before I used to stream, I was far less adventurous. Like for that race, I would not hit the wind until the last. Well, I probably would never hit the wind. I'd do the sprint and come 4th or 5th. But since I've been streaming, I've been thinking of ways to make the races more interesting. And I suppose because I've been doing so much races, it gets pretty boring just sitting in the pack and then sprinting at the end. And if you miss time to sprint, you bugger your race. Thanks, Kelvin. Post your write up on the back pedal chat. It'll be interesting to compare. I think you've got a lot more red than me with those little efforts off the front. But I think maybe your FTP's higher than mine. I'm not sure. Exactly, David. You just do what Phil Lovett does. I think that's more your style. Getting dropped. I actually really enjoy Phil Lovett's streams more than, so like Cam. When I used to watch Cam stream, because he never streams anymore. But because he pretty much always won. So if you watch Phil, the excitement's in how far he can go up the hill. And if he gets dropped. And if he doesn't get dropped, it's an awesome stream. And if he does get dropped, then we just chat. You don't need to be, like he feels bad if he doesn't do well, but the thing is, for streaming you don't need to be good. Pritchard shows that. Oh man, he's gonna hate me. Lucky I live in another country. Yeah guys, David, the last race I watched David on basically did my private YouTubing. I watched David on FanView and Paul, and David was smashed it up the 2 Box Hill climbs, bossed it, and then they crested up the hill. What did David do? You watch the pack slide away in the distance. That painful, you're doing this, and they just keep getting away in super tough. I was in pain just watching it. David, if the hill kept on going for another 20 kilometres, David wouldn't have got dropped. Sorry you're laughing at me, David, but it's just because you're so strong. And you think, yep, he's got this. He and Paul. I don't know whether you got a sticky draft. Yeah, exactly. You're lucky you're going for points. But the thing is, you're gonna live stream it, Jeff. If anyone's watching this and they've watched the Zwift podcast thing, that corner not auto brake. Fly around that corner as hard as you want. Yeah, but David, you say that, but as you said, you were the last one to get dropped. So I think, was there 5 or 6 of them in the group and about 10 of them behind you. So I think they just accelerated as you were doing the constant effort, and you'd lost a little bit of momentum because you were at the front, I think. But as you said, well, I was unlucky really. If you were further back in the group, you might have been moving forward still with a bit more momentum. And if you're at the front of the group a bit further, you would have had that draft as they start rolling down. Because as you roll over the hill, that 2 metre spreads really quickly. So you've got to be on the wheel. If you're not on the wheel, the gap grows as that 2 metres means they're getting 10% before you get, like you're still on 7%. But at least it was a drop that was not to do with training. Like you had the strength. So it's easy fix. You don't have to do another 4 hours of training a week to make sure you don't get dropped. But sometimes when I was not that strong, riding in B grade, yeah, when I was riding in B grade, I think you learn a lot more in the lower grades than you do in the higher grades. Because everyone's so even. But if you make errors, you get dropped. Unless you're a sandbagger. But if you're in C and B grade and you're not at the top of the group, it's a great way to learn. So you can just use that as the excuse, David. You're just so naturally strong. You haven't had to learn. I'm watching T Partridge. He's friggin' strong. I think he must have been C0. Not my teammate, unfortunately, if I race him for AERO, because I'll be in the AERO community team. That's what Wahoo should do. Wahoo Lacole. They should separate the Wahoo Lacole Premier Division team name. Because AERO have just got AERO for the Premier, well, the top riders, the select invited riders, and then community team for the guys like us who are strong, but well, we're not national riders, are we? happen? Let's have a look at normalized power. I think I can go to, if I go to here, Zwift power. Should be the results up now. 345, but that's before my, so if I go to the, oops, smooth transition there. This is just my stinger page, guys. There we go. So, hasn't obviously got my fit file yet, so it's going to update again. But normalized power 345. Might be a little bit higher than that. What do we win by? Oh, that was a big gap in the end actually. 16 seconds. And really 18 seconds to Spratt. Wonder if Nick Spratt is related to, well, they wouldn't both be called Nicole, but we got a very good tennis player. Or is it a cyclist? Nicole Spratt. Maybe she's a cyclist. There was a good tennis player called Spratt though. Anyway. Ben Hill got finished behind him. He was the guy I was worried about. And then, well, Ben Hill, Creel. Surprised Creel finished that far down. He must be not feeling as strong as usual. Usually he's very good at saving his watts, so this course would be suit him really well. Kelvin, you got an extra 28 points. What are you down to now? Down to 198. Maybe you'll go down a bit more when you... Maybe you'll go down a bit more when it updates. But you're strong enough to definitely be down to 140. David will be down to 130, except he keeps winning bloody community races. Well, not community, group races. Alright, chat. I don't think there's much else to talk about, is there? How's your well, I pretty already asked you how you were, David. You guys are strong. You'll probably be back on the bike tonight, I assume. I feel Lovett's moves going. You see this guy into an Airbnb. Lucky I don't ride in the Pro Tour. I would have crashed off the mountain by now. Oh yeah, so the Velter's on tonight. Let's see if Jay Vine can finish the stage. That was nuts. Kind of really annoying because here in Australia he was a good mountain bike rider who transitioned to road, I think in 2017 or so, and then he got picked up by Narrow Continental after a race in 2018, racing here 2.5 hours. Should start calling you the Terminator, Phil. I think I took like a week off the bike after my 300. Yeah, so Jay Vine's from my home country town. Well, country town. I say it's the capital of Australia, but really it is a country town. I think I had 360,000 people when I was there. And it's not like in Europe where you've got a town of only 300,000, but right next to it is another town of 300,000. In Australia we've got towns and then nothing. I love rest days. My favourite day of the week. I always try and make sure I'm tired for them, but I enjoy them. Gives me a chance to do other things that I should catch up on too. I can just sit there lazily on the chair, on the computer. I think next Monday I'm going to be doing some new work too, which is good. Trying to get into a job that if Whitney and I go to China at some stage, because she hasn't had a chance to visit her parents since the pandemic. So I want to get involved in work that I can do overseas, or work in Australia whilst I'm overseas. Yeah, I don't do recovery spins, Phil, because sitting on the trainer for so much, it's easy to get saddle sores. Outdoors you've got a bit more movement. And also just the weight on the shoulders. So I just take the whole day off. It works well for me because I just want my body to have a rest from being on the bike. I can sit on the bike for a long time outdoors like I did. It still hurts, but indoors is just that little bit harsher on the body. So I just take the full day off. It's mostly just to give my butt a rest. You got it. You spotted it, Mick. I got 5th. If only I'd bet on it 4 races ago. Don't know what the odds would have been. But Mick, it was a good race. I was keeping an eye out for Ben Hill, who's ready should be C0. And it worked out perfectly. I got to the front just as he started his attack. So I rolled through the attack with him and his teammate. And then Kelvin joined on. So originally there was 4, and then another rider bridged, and then we lapped a rider who I think stuck on for a bit. So it was actually a really good race. I still got 5th, but at least I got 5th a different way. Oh, thought I plugged my camera in. Oh, well, it's probably I'll turn my camera off. My phone's, I think it just lost the internet connection. Let me turn that off. I'll keep it. I'll only chat for a bit more. Let's just chat about the Velter. So the important thing I was thinking about tonight with the Velter is just seeing if Jay Vine can finish the event. Because after his rest day, his body's going to be so painful. So hopefully he can finish his first Grand Tour. I was saying I've been following him for a while because he's from my hometown. There's a segment called Mount Ainslie. Well, there is a mountain called Mount Ainslie. And he's had the com on that a few times. So I've seen his name before I even was doing Zwift. And so then when he got an AERO Continental, I started seeing him more, and then of course because of Zwift. So it's interesting to see his progression, especially in Australia where it's really hard at the moment for guys to get to Europe. There's basically not much chances as an up-and-coming rider last year to get into European teams because there was no races here and they couldn't go over there. Anyway, now there's no camera, it's kind of boring, so I'll do my outro. I'll see you guys in backpedal. If anyone's watching this and doesn't know what backpedal is, it's in my description in below. Join up the Discord, come and chat with us. And if you want to do ZRL, come join us on ZRL. D grade to A grade. Mick will sort you out. Mick's got everything under control. Alright, catch you guys later.